Hello YouTube, we've been sitting here chatting with the liveys quite a lot about food for a good few minutes, and I apologise, I should have been getting back into the Dwarf Fortress and cracking on. Then again, you're experiencing this as a completely removed recording, and so the amount of time that passes between the last recording and this one is utterly immaterial to you. If I hadn't mentioned it, you'd never have known. But trust me, we nearly had the classic holy war of pineapple or not on pizza. We don't want that though. Sweet chili sauce on pizza? Yes, I do like that. Sorry. Right, I'm just gonna skip. I'm not looking at any more chat stuff about food, or we're gonna get lost. We're gonna get lost in the woods. And we have a military operation to plan. First of all, we need to recruit some people to fill in the missing slots in our military, and then secondly, we need to give them the equipment they need, which means figuring out what fucking equipment we've got available. Fucking scruttux. Okay, it shouldn't be too difficult. I set these up properly, didn't I? So we've got helms. No, this is helms. And then, so if we go over here and click, we can see, yeah, helm. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 adamantine helms and a steel right gauntlet. Excellent. That's a perfect thing to find in a stockpile strictly for adamantine helms. What have we got here? We've got high boots. We've got gauntlets. And we've got, what, more high boots? Why have we got high boots here? There shouldn't be. Okay, gauntlets, fine. What about this? Greaves. And then some named items. What's this one again? Oh, shields. Bugger. Okay, so we basically no longer have a full suit of adamantine armour, do we? Let's get the military to suit up and see what happens. If I say SAM and I pop our military here in the barracks, we'll see what happens. We'll see how they behave. Hopefully they'll come and pick up their weapons. We'll see what happens. Used to buy flour by the half ton. But that was when I was baking professionally. Oh, professional baker, very nice. An early to rise kind of character, I take it. Oh, I said I wasn't going to talk about food. The Glorious 10. That's it, the Glorious 10. We'll focus on the Glorious 10. Currently, we only have a Glorious, if you'll give me a moment to peek into Dwarf Therapist, 6. And 2 of those are hospitalised, Zan and Krabiukas, which is a problem. Because so far, our hospital has had a 0% recovery rate, which is definitely an issue. Oh Christ, we've got to deal with the ghosts. We can't be fannying around with the fortress awash with spectral entities. That's going to be an issue. Add Alt-S. Right, Bemble needs one. Obviously needs one. Add, there we go, Kivish, add Tidy, add Hibernoe, add Claycree, Druid's Mead, Keek, Conan Dude, Stairmaster. That's it, that's all of them. Let's go to the next one. Add Alt-S. So Stairmaster was the one. So Sal needs one. Thob needs one. Ocelot, Let Us Pray needs one. Stratosphere 24, Debut 3, Chunky Nut, Jeps 1285. Holy shit, we can't even get through the entire dead list. It's okay then, we'll give them a minute to finish creating them, then we'll lay them out in a nice memorial service. It's unfortunate that our military appears to be the direct subject of the haunting though. Maybe Bemble the ghost has decided to... oh, it's Kivish. It's Kivish. Was he in our military previously? Kivish Trampled Mirror? I don't think so. I have heard tales through the Dwarf Fortress grapevine about people who've ended up having ghosts enter their military somehow, which is obviously a strange thing to have happen, but apparently it's possible. Anyone in chat seen it? Can anyone confirm these errant rumours? Or is this something that's an obvious hoax? Am I being a fool? Excuse me. Good old glug of the old decaf there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 4 of them turned up. Those are the only 4 who aren't in the hospital. That should be Akira, Defecatius, Kid of Burden, and Arctrain. So if I pause, I can see we've got Kid of Burden, We've got Arctrecht, we've got Defecatius, and where was the fourth? Are we missing someone, or are two people standing on top of each other? Are we having some sort of untoward... Oh no, here we go. Akira. Good. Let's just let Akira go through the weapon stockpile and grab whatever it is they're looking for. Good. And now they're here. We'll pause it. I'm going to go over to Dwarf Therapist and we'll have a little peek and see what's going on in terms of gear. So these two are in the hospital. It's these ones who've got the gear. We're missing a silver warhammer. This one is missing adamantine high boot and adamantine gauntlet. This one's missing 3 adamantine high boots somehow. And this one is missing flask, adamantine high boot, another adamantine high boot, another adamantine high boot, another adamantine high boot, and a backpack. Well, this isn't too bad. They're basically wearing full suits of adamantine at this point. So, what we need to do is add at least 4 more, maybe 6 more. Because the 2 in the hospital are probably not going to end up being cured anytime soon. I've seen aggressive enemy. Maybe that's what I'm misremembering. Maybe the ghosts just attacked the enemies and weren't actually in the military. That could be entirely probable. So, what I'm going to do... actually, this needs to be done in Dwarf Therapist. I'm going to go to the military skills and we're going to look and see who's good, who's got what. Now the YouTube viewers, they're in hospital. No point getting them up on the thing. Minkot's a swords dwarf. How are you doing, Minkot? What's your current... oh, fuck sticks. All in the hospital. They're a baby, or a child at least. There's only children in the fortress. No vulnerable babies. Okay, what about you? You've at least got 0. Dabbling knife user. Not something I would like to be hearing as a description of someone I was going to have to spend any time with. Oh, he's a dabbling knife user. Used for what? It looks like we're going to have to go full Doom Pope. Let's put the old Pope... Oh, no, don't set the nickname. Move them into the military squad. Here we go. Assign to squad, the Bridges of Work. Cool. He's in. Commit. So he's got some military skills. We do need a spear for him, but that's fine. That's fine. We can manage that. And other than that, we really don't have anybody with any real military skills. So have we got any killers? Nope. Everybody who's a killer or a skiller, indeed, is elsewhere. So, what I'm going to have to do is sort these by... No, don't sort the whole fortress. Just go for the last couple, right? Zon, Zan, Erdim, Udil. All of you, Bosch, drafted. Commit. You're in. There's 10 of them now. Although the 2 in the hospital probably going to need removing from the squad. Do we do that? Do we do that? My suspicion, says Sal, about the military ghost was that it was an intelligent undead, like a ghostly warrior of cheap or chat treasures or something. Somebody was asking about it on Reddit a while ago. Oh, maybe. We could sort by uselessness, but to be honest, I feel like we just put whoever's available straight in. We've got some people with some skills, and then these buffoons. So, what I think we'll do now is we'll go back to Dwarf Fortress, and we will go to the military screen. We'll look at the Bridges of Work, check that they're all in there. Good. And we're going to do the equipment thing. So, E for equipment, capital U for assign uniforms. Pope's going to go for... You're a spear boy, aren't you? So we go for... adamantine sword. Cool, that'll do. In fact, let's just put everyone who isn't already on... Oh, for fuck's sake. One of those. Give them the adamantine sword. Where are we? Bridges of Work. E. And then we go to U. Right, Pope's currently wearing leather armour for some reason. So's Akira. Okay, Akira, you're already someone of note in our military. You're a hammer dwarf. Why are you not using the adamantine hammer thing? That seems crazy. There you go, adamantine hammer. And before anyone says in chat, it's just adamantine armor with a silver hammer. It's not actual adamantine hammer. That's not what they're going to be wearing. Okay, these have all got stuff assigned. That's fine. Okay, so everybody's now got the correct armor assigned, apparently, somehow. I don't see how that works, but okay. Now we need to wait for the new members to come and activate, don't we? SAM. There we go. Everybody congregate here, please. I need you to put your outfits on, get all your gear, get all your weapons. Obviously, I shall pass a ghostly note to you, excusing my remaining children from military service. We'll see. We'll see. Have any of them accidentally ended up drafted? No, you're safe. The ghostly note was unnecessary, but also may have been ineffective. There's an entire possibility that it would have gone south and they would have ended up in there anyway. Look at this Kivish the Ghost. He's got a keen interest in adamantine armour. To which I say to him, go up on the surface and hang around there. That's where some of the best shit is. That's where it's fallen. Probably. I think all the food talk has sent everybody off to their fridges, I think. More than likely. Frozen cherry milk. Tasty. That's always a problem when you have a glass of water that sits there for ages and then when you drink it, it's all degassed and tastes funny. Ugh. A grapes and milky cream cheese sandwich. Ooh. Yum yum. Yummy yummy. Grapes and cheese. One of the world's great combinations, much like apples and cheese. Why are these high boots not getting picked up? These guys should all, like a lot of them were saying, I haven't got any high boots. Could you find me some high boots, please? And they're just not putting them on. What about, right, so architect, missing high boots. It's all about the high boots, yet for some reason... Oh no, hang on. Zan, missing adamantine breastplate, steel mail shirt, short sword, flask, adamantine high boot, adamantine high boot, adamantine high boot. You know what? Maybe they're ready. They may not have full equipment, but at least the survivors of the original squad have full equipment. So we're going to move them up here. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Let's move them up here into the vomit-filled corridor. I say filled. Into the vomit-smeared corridor and get them ready to sally forth. Hello, Blind. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Have you been streaming this evening? I didn't look at the category before I came in. Hope you had a good one. And if you haven't, I hope you had a lovely day off. That would be nice. What a wonderful day that would be, eh? Oh dear. Oh, today I would have liked to have played a lot more Death Stranding. It's slightly annoying that I didn't get the chance to, but it was supposed to be my day to get up with the kids, which I didn't do. Not on time anyway. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, thank you very much for the host. Yikes, that is an enormous number. Thank you very much, Blind. Much appreciated. I will not be able to say hello individually to everybody who's joined chat, but as a group, welcome. As a group, welcome. It is indeed, it's a big old number. 3 figures. Goodness me. Blind, you're killing it. In a good way as well, not in a bad way. Not in the way that people scream, you know, don't, you're killing it! That's not how I intended that, obviously. Otherwise I would have done that. Thank you very much for the follow again, much appreciated. I'm not going to call out the lurkers, but Tolus saying honk in chat, hello. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. It looks like the military are... You join us at a pivotal moment in the fortress. This could be a do-or-die encounter, so hang around for a few minutes just to see how it turns out. What we've got going on here is the military gathering in my vomit-strewn entryway corridor. The reason they're gathering here is because we've had a fairly significant massacre. Excuse me, I've just had a drink and I didn't... account for the fact that I might give myself hiccups. We've had a pretty significant massacre outside the gates. We've got various sundry animated bits and bobs rolling around. There's a pig's head, some dingo bones, partial possum skeletons, that kind of carry on. They're having a bit of a an effect on the fortress, and I opened the gates at the beginning of the stream not thinking about what was going on, and we started getting all these purple notifications about bodies being found. Turns out a not insignificant portion of my military who were wandering around in artifact adamantine armour have just died on the surface, because apparently unless you're activated you just don't want to fight. I don't know how they got killed, but I'm presuming it was by some sort of disembodied body part which had been reanimated by wandering necromancers. It's a thing. It's a thing here. Anyway, so we've got these 10 dwarves here. Let's have a look at the names. Only a few of them have been named after chat, so if anyone wants to get in quickly and jump on the Glorious 10 to see if they get an opportunity to save the fortress, feel free. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 slots open. So I might be on your Glorious Embark before the stream is over. It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll survive. Maybe we'll live it out. Who knows? Who knows? There's a possibility we'll get out there, get all the artifact armour back inside the fortress, and everything will be tickety-boo. There is also a significant chance our dwarves will succumb to a tide of severed arms and eyeballs that are somehow combat effective. I mean, other than giving you a pretty stern look, I don't know what they're going to do. But hey, you should name all of the Glorious 10. Well, I'm intending to. Currently, we have Krabiukus, one of the Krabiukus clones, currently is in there. We've got the Pope 5000, Akira, Defecatius, Kid of Burden, and Arctret. So only 2 of them are non-meme names. We've got 2 people who are actual namies from chat. Old Arctret and old Kid of Burden, who are both there. But, you know, if you want to get in there, anyone interested? I mean, Sal, somebody did do the points earlier for you to get another dwarf, so we could go for Sal 2. How do you feel about that? Maybe you want to get in on this combat action. Maybe you too will get a battle boner. You never know. You never know. We're not going to make everybody wear eagle loincloths. I've not had enough to drink for that kind of nonsense to start going on. Righteous has claimed a dwarf. You know what, Righteous? I'm sticking you in. Sally Forth. Oh, what a pun. Oh, Sal. Okay, well, Righteous is going in, Druid's Mead is going in, and Sal's going in. So I think that's 1 left. Let's quickly go over to Dwarf Therapist. There we go, have a little peek. So Udil will become Sally Forth. There we go, let's commit that change. Bosh, Zan here is going to become the new Druid's Mead. Druid's Mead. There we go. Commit, done. Let's mark as complete, and also mark as complete that one. And then Righteous Boner is going to want to be one of these dwarves as well. So if you give me a second. Actually, Righteous Boner's already in here. I've just noted that the 2 notifications I've got here are for me to play ads during the break, which I didn't do, and to get rid of Dwarf Therapist on the screen because I'd left it up. Foolishness. But we'll put you in. We'll put you in, because I don't think you've actually got a namey yet. Where are you, Righteous? Let me just check the list. PQR. Nope. Zan becomes Righteous Boner. Bosh, there we go. Erections for Justice. And then that's the last Erdim. Erdim's left. Has anyone put their hand up in chat? Tolus has put in a little emote with an eye patch on, which I suppose I could interpret as I am Elite Special Forces Operative Solid Snake, and therefore put me in your squad? Is that how I should interpret that? Should I? Is that how I should interpret your statement there, Tolus? Let's give it a go. Blind? Go on then, Blind. In honour of your glorious arrival here, let's put you in. Let's give you a little go. Erdim. This could be one of the shortest residencies in any of my fortresses, and let me tell you, there have been some fucking short lives. Okay, for some reason I've decided to put an R in front of the L in your name, and that's not going to really fly. Bland is a very unusual name. Brilliant. There we go. Okay, so, actually, you know what? There are 2 more slots available. there are 2 more slots because I remembered that 2 of the people who are supposed to be in our military are currently incapacitated in hospital. A hospital which has all of the latest equipment, but no diagnoser. Just some guy going, crutch, crutch, crutch. This one wants a crutch too. Are you sure, Doctor? He's had his head caved in with a morning star. Of course I'm sure. I am the doctor here, aren't I? Well, you're technically just a surgeon. Just a surgeon? How dare you? Get out of my medical office. Anyway, where were we? Nighty-night, Telia. You get yourself a good sleep. And Storm Scourge 14, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. I missed you there. But you didn't quite go off the top of the screen before I caught you. Don't worry, I got that. And also War Merchant. War Merchant wants to be a dwarf. Well, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get the 2 who are currently in the hospital and we're going to demob them. Druids Mead, you're coming out. Sorry, Druids Mead. Even though you volunteered moments ago. Oh shit, is that a... Are you already... Oh no, you died, didn't you? That's fine, that's fine. So, let's remove from squad. There we go. And who else is not well? Krabiukas, one of the clones. Let's remove from squad. There we go. So that's committed. We need 2 more dwarves to go in. Let's be careful not to select any of our children. That's going to be an issue. If I do the arrangement by military status, that should help. Military on duty, nobles. We could whack some. Why is the Pope not in his little... I'm pretty sure we said he... Oh no, because is he the military leader? Spearman. Militia commander. Okay. He's been kept separate from the squad for some reason. So we've got 2 more. Who we got? Let's put Tekud here. Old Tekud, you're going in. Why can't I put him in the military? This is weird. It's not giving me the option. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, he's a child, a professional child. So, okay, let's not try and recruit from the juvenile category. Unlike real-world military operation, that's not how we roll. Let's go into this lit here and put Tun in, assigned to squad, bridges of work, and Tekud here, assigned to squad, the bridges of work. So, we do have a request here. War Merchant wants to be a dwarf. War Merchant's going into the Glorious 10. A first-timer here, but, you know, with a good opportunity like this, you may well end up being remembered forever. I say forever. I mean, obviously, it's unlikely that people remember this stream forever. That seems a bit much to ask, doesn't it? Imagine that. Imagine this stream. What possible events could unfold in this Twitch stream for it to be remembered forever? I mean, nothing good, right? Nothing good will ever make this stream ring through the ages. I mean, I'm basically going to have to do something atrocious, an actual legit atrocity for this stream to go down in history, right? Blind's coughing wants a doctor. Oh dear. Heavens above. Oh my goodness. This is the wrong fortress. You know what? I've clicked on War Merchant's name and it's brought a little pop-up on chat. And I can't... Oh, there we go. I've got rid of it. It's all good. It's all good. Druid's Mead can be glorious. I suppose we could bung him in. We could just find another dwarf and name him Druid's Mead. Then again, let's not have 2 Druid's Meads in the fortress. He drew the short straw. I accidentally made him a brain dead soldier, literally, not just an epithet, not just a rude word to say about them. Here's Tum. Let's set the nickname. Who are we going to give this to? I think we're going to go for... You know what? Let's put Storm Scourge in. Bit of fresh blood. Storm Scourge. There we go. Lovely. Then again, Storm Scourge came with the raid, so they're probably not here by now. I've seen the drop-off curve. I know what's real. Anyway, so we've got all of our people in the military. There's 9 people. Let's go back to the fortress. Let's leave this. And then we shall get our squad to move a little bit further down the corridor here. Everyone bunch up there. I'm going to fling open the gates after setting... Oh, everybody's already on a military alert. Fine, this is good. Let's fling the gates open after giving them just a little bit of time to gather their gear together. The guys who are already in the corridor should be fully kitted out. Actually, I could check that, couldn't I? That is a thing you can do in Dwarf Therapist. Are they wearing the right gear? Let's do a quick read. Nobody's got all their gear, but some of them are only missing boots and stuff, so could be that bird. Could be that bird, could be that bad. If aliens turned up in my house, that'd do it. It wouldn't though, would it? Because I haven't got a webcam at the moment, so all you'd have is my word for it. It'd be like an Orson Welles thing. Now that would be interesting, like a rebirth of War of the Worlds. If I started just making shit up about alien invasions and stuff, and then suddenly everybody in the world started watching my stream, that would be interesting. But kind of embarrassing as well, you know. I wouldn't want to be a famous hoaxer. That'd suck. A male streamer gives birth to the returning Jesus Christ. Again, I feel like I would, specifically because I'm a man who's claiming to give birth to a child, I'm going to have trouble, you know, convincing people that this baby is Jesus. Unless it starts crying wine or something, or, you know, levitating. And even then, I think people are going to reach for demonic explanations before they start reaching for, oh, he is the new Messiah. Also, there's a lot of religions out there that don't sort of cleave to the notion of messiahs. So, you know, they're going to be hard to convince as well. It's going to require a massive conversion, and that's been tried before, and I would say inadvisedly. Inadvisedly. Have these guys been gathering long enough? You know what? I'm feeling a bit bloodthirsty. It's time to open the gates. Whether they've had long enough or not, we're going to send them forth into the world to attack. Is it pull? There we go. Pull the lever. Excellent. And then we sit here and wait. We wait for the gates to open, which shouldn't take too long. Then they have to sort of wade through the stinky miasma that's built up outside, mainly from their friends' decomposing bodies. It's going to be no fun at all. If they've reached the miasmal state, getting their friends out of their armour and bringing the armour back into the fortress is going to be problematic, to say the least. I think the best we can say is they're going to be looking very much gooey skeletal. That's probably the best case scenario. It could be worse. It could be worse, I suppose. They could have spontaneously turned into a nest of spiders or something. Mind you, that would bother me less. I think scooping the remains of my dead friends out of very valuable armour would probably be far worse than having spiders pour out onto me, just because I'm not scared of spiders. Your mileage may vary depending on levels of arachnophobia. Right, so an opossum is fighting, a kangaroo doe head is fighting, a kangaroo doe left hand is fighting. Doe, a deer, a kangaroo... No, stop it, Scout. It's abominably bad. Let's have a look and see how this opossum is doing. Oh, no recent announcements. Okay, fuck you. Let's go to the bottom of the list. No recent announcements. Okay, apparently there's been no fighting. I'm just imagining them running up to the surface like that. Let's squad a move. We'll move everybody here to the actual mouth of the tunnel rather than having them bunched up by the trade depot. I'm surprised. I thought there would have been some actual combat immediately, but it turns out whatever was... Excuse me, there's a fly. Fuck off. Whatever was killing people out there has wandered off. Or so it would seem. Let's take a little look. Let's press the U key and have a little stock take of our enemies. Now, we've got the siege here that suddenly decided to be friendly and who have started having babies on the surface. I'm not so sure how much I trust these. But apparently they're not attacking, so we'll leave it at that. The Forgotten Beast is down in one of the cavern layers. They're all sealed off, nothing to worry about there. And then it's all these kangaroo body parts, horse skeletons. We've had a lot of bad times with horse skeletons lately. I don't like them. And then all the merchants, then more friendly mistakes, caged undead. Okay, so the actual free-roaming undead on the surface aren't that abundant. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 8 undead, if you include severed body parts as complete undead. So maybe we just start designating some enemies, right? Squad. K for attack. Excuse me. There we go. K for attack. I don't actually see any here, so we'll kill from the list. Kangaroo buck skeleton. Actually, this could be madness. It could be on the other side of the map. Let's cancel that. Let's cancel that. And at least put a modicum of tactics behind this little conflict. There's no point going utterly mad. If I do you again, and we'll find our first enemy. A kangaroo doe right hand. That sounds good to me. Z, where are you? Up here. Okay, that's fine. You. Others. Let's have a look and see if we can find... Is that pighead knocking around still? Because that was causing us no end of grief. Okay, we'll go for the partial skeleton. How partial, I don't know. Why a mouldering old right hand doesn't count as a partial skeleton, I don't know, but whatever. That's down here. That's a little bit closer to our gates, I think. Not a lot closer, though. Okay. What about the kangaroo doe head? What about you? What about you? Where are you? They're all knocking around about here, aren't they? I think they're heading towards our gates, though. By the looks of things, the general thrust of their movement is towards the fortress. So... Do we send them forth? Do we send them forth to attack our enemies, or do we just sort of let them sit there and wait for the enemy to come to them? What's the plan? I don't know where the wild boar head is, Sal. This is slightly concerning, because it feels like it's just sort of hiding when it's more likely to actually have just wandered off the map, right? Oh no, there's the wild boar head. What a fucking dingus. Yeah, it's in the cluster. They're all together. They're all hanging about, much of a muchness. In fact, now that I unpause it and look, they don't seem to be moving much at all. Maybe we charge in and attack the wild boar head? It's just sitting there. Screw it. I'm going to do it. S-A. Okay. And then that'll be the bad boy there. There we go. Everybody's coming. They're charging forth. They should be coming out of the gates any moment now. It's advancing. We've got 30 frames. No, 19. 16 frames a second. So we should be seeing some dwarven activity soon. He says. That them there? No? I think this little miasma cloud should be where our entrance is. So they're probably coming from somewhere around here? I don't know. Let's go back over. Where'd the ball go? Oh shit, lost it. Hang on. We'll find it again. Don't worry. Don't worry. The wild boar head is here. Okay, the dwarves are coming. I see one over here. Coming over the hill. Not going round as I would have liked. Would have looked a bit better, but they're coming. When will the combat begin? Let's quickly check. Kangaroo doe head. Wild boar head is fighting. Still no recent announcements. Okay. The combat shouldn't take too long. Where are my dwarves? I don't see them at all. I don't see the boar either. Is it run? Hang on a minute. Let's have another look. Zoom in on the boar. That's what we want to see. There we go. Zoom. There it is. There it is. Nobody's on it yet. But we'll see. They should be along soon enough. It's moving. It's moved one square to the right. Let's go up a floor. Watch it from here. Any of my military coming in? They don't appear to be taking my orders to kill particularly seriously. It's not what you want in a trained military. Admittedly, most of these are fresh drafts. They're not what you would call a trained military, but some of them have some training, and a lot of them are wearing some state-of-the-art armour. Oh, here we go. One of our guys has charged in. Let's see how the combat logs report this madness. They don't. Is it Buckshot Brigade who's fighting? No. Ah, here we go. The kangaroo doe right hand pushes the farmer in the lower body, but the attack passes right through. Question mark? Passes right through, passes right through. There is no force. Intriguing. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what that means. Is that one of my ghosts attacking the enemy? Could that be what's happening? They're moving slowly because they're stopping to vomit. Ah, okay. Blind says, I have a wild boarhead that lives in a tree in my community fort. Oh, that sounds almost charming. Sounds like a nice thing. I'm guessing it's not. Is it some kind of horrible spectre that haunts the community? Or is it, just some kind of, just a little local quirk? Have you seen the boarhead in the tree? It attacks people if they get too close. I don't know if you've noticed it yet. Or is it, is it a horror thing? Is it a horrible thing outside the gates that nobody wants to go and interact with? Who knows? I mean, I feel like I can't easily visualize the combat techniques of the severed boar head. It doesn't seem to me like an obvious candidate to be scared of, right? It seems like something that you'd be basically ignoring. It would be disconcerting. Oh, it's oh. It looks like they've dispatched of the beast. Very good. Very good indeed. Okay, in that case, let's come here. Let's go and look at another one of the undead. And then we'll send them off to fight that. Yes? Question mark? Squad A, kill Kangaroo Doe right hand. Bosh, get in there. Do it. Do it now. They're getting over there. They're making their vomity way towards their opponents, ready to strike them down. Whether or not it's with all of their hatred or not really relevant. That's a different franchise. Franchise. Weird choice of words for describing a series of artistic efforts, isn't it? A franchise is like a restaurant that you pay to get in on, like a marketing brand that you buy in for your purposes of making money. It's kind of a demeaning phrase. I know it's basically correct. They are that. That is what they are, a series of products made based off of someone purchasing or agreeing the rights to use that product. But it's a bit sad, isn't it? It's a bit sad that that's basically the level of commercialization that movies have come to. Then again, maybe you think that's great. Maybe the second you hear about the latest commercial Hollywood product, you cannot help but grasp your genitalia and vigorously manipulate them. That was a bit of a strange way to put it, but hey, never mind. There are 3 dead dwarves that live as well. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, burning the forest down, again, doesn't seem like an overreaction in this circumstance. I feel like if you've got dead pig heads living in trees with dead dwarves, not only does it seem very David Lynch, it also seems quite horrifying. Maybe you should write a letter to Mr. Lynch. Say, I've got something that you might like to adapt into a movie. It's a game called Dwarf Fortress, but a specific variant of that game. I don't know why I've given you that voice in this scenario, Blind. I know what you sound like. I've just randomly assigned you a rather unflattering vocal pattern. How rude of me. What kind of bastard would do such a thing? Obviously me. Oh, Blind, you were fighting. Here we go. The recruit punches the kangaroo doe right hand in the right hand with his left hand, but the attack glances away. The force pulls the right lower arm. The recruit kicks the kangaroo doe right hand in the right hand with his right foot, but the attack glances away. The force bends the right lower arm. The kangaroo doe head bites the bookbinder in the right foot, bruising the fat through the giant cave spider silk shoe. The kangaroo doe head misses the bookbinder. The kangaroo doe left hand attacks the bookbinder, but he jumps away. Blah blah blah, etc., 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 etc. Here we go. The horse skeleton kicks the bookbinder in the upper body with his left rear hoof, bruising the fat through the steel mail shirt. The kangaroo doe right hand misses the bookbinder, etc., etc. So we've got a horse muscling in on some of this undead combat, which is not a good sign. Historically, my fortresses have fared poorly against undead horse skeletons. It's a weird thing to have a history of, but it is definitely a thing. Have we lost our kill order? We have. They're probably wandering away. Let's find something else to kill. Let's find that horse skeleton. That's probably a good option. Kangaroo, bruck skeleton, giant cave swallow, horse skeleton, now named Morulshemab. Let's kill that. Although let's also just check before we do that that is the one. Is it in here? It's not named here. Okay. Okay, we'll assign the kill order directly. S-A-K. Where's my horse skeleton? That's a kangaroo doe left hand. That's not what we're after. Horse skeleton. There we go. Kill them both. Kill them both. There we go. Good. Waiting for somebody to come over and actually do the dirty deed. This is turning out to be, if anything, slightly anticlimactic. I was kind of expecting our guys to come out and get ripped to shreds, but they appear to be doing good work out here. Then again, I've only looked at a couple of combat logs. There's a chance that only one person has survived this, and that person is blind. The person in chat, not that condition, if you see what I mean. I think you understand. I think we all know where I'm coming from. Okay, I'm not seeing much going on there. Is there any actual combat logs to give us a bit of colour? Here we go. Biting, tearing apart the skin. Oh, this isn't a good sign. The wild boar leather trousers breaks. Oh dear. Kangaroo doe head bites the bookbinder in the right lower leg, tearing the skin. This isn't good. The bookbinder vomits. That's a given. He's outdoors. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of biting from the kangaroo doe head. I'm not seeing a lot of fighting back from the bookbinder. Oh, the bookbinder slams into horse skeleton. Okay. Horse skeleton kicks the bookbinder in the left lower arm with his left rear hoof, bruising the muscle. The bookbinder falls over. The horse skeleton kicks the bookbinder in the right lower leg with his left rear hoof, bruising the muscle through the wild boar leather trousers. Oh, blind. I feel like the scenario that's unfolded here is a skeleton horse has kicked you in the nuts so savagely and so frequently that it's destroyed your trousers. That's a bad way to have your trousers destroyed. I don't think we like that. Yeah, that's true. Although, having said that, my military have been ordered to always wear their adamantine armour, and the guy was out there in a full suit of artifact armour. Maybe one or two pieces were just regular adamantine armour, and somehow he succumbed to a group that have been easily put down. What's going on here? Must have been a surprise attack. Must have been a brutal surprise attack. Horrible stuff. How rude. How terrible. Right, let's find another thing to kill. I'm thinking we will kill... selecting rectangle. Hello. Bosh. Okay, can we do that again? Can I? Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, can I do it in a cuboid? Could I potentially attack everything in a volume? No. Oh, hang on. There we go. Kill all those. Nice. Okay. Fingers crossed that happens nice and quickly. Let's get our boys in. We're not paused, are we? No, we're not paused. Has anybody come in and done the deed? No? Question mark? I mean, this all could have been done a little bit more straightforwardly by just pulling everybody into the fortress, as we have done, and then opening the gates until they wandered across the traps. But no. I had to charge everybody out there. I'm kind of glad we didn't do the Cryptbeards rush in the end. If we'd done a classic Cryptbeards rush, I feel like not many people who rushed out would be rushing back in. Whereas sending out our at least, nominally trained military who might pick up a couple of weapons on the way, that's not the worst idea. Is that horse still alive? Let's just have a quick look and see if old Horse Skellington's still alive. Arctrecht is fighting, although that mainly seems to boil down to retching and vomiting. Tendon in the upper spine has been torn. Okay, yeah, twisting the helm. I mean, that sounds very rude, doesn't it? The kangaroo doe partial skeleton kicks the recruit in the head with her right foot, but the attack is deflected by the recruit's adamantine helm. The force twists the neck, tearing apart the fat and tearing apart the upper spine's nervous tissue. A tendon in the upper spine has been torn. This is a bad sign. I feel like the kangaroo kicks are probably a bit of an Achilles heel for us. I wonder if kangaroos have particularly fragile heels. I doubt it. They've probably got pretty ropey tendons, pretty sinewy, pretty dense. I reckon a kangaroo's tendons are like steel. Well, maybe not. Oh, hello, Dave. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. You're dead, I'm afraid. That's correct. You are quite dead. That's not a drawing. That's an artfully manipulated photograph, Dave. Heavens above. If only I could draw that well. If only. Dear, oh dear, Dave. Up until so late. That's crazy. Well, don't feel pressured. Don't feel compelled like you have to watch. There will always be a VOD. But do feel free to continue hanging out with us. Do feel free. And also feel free to sort of drift off in a drunken stupor and fall asleep. That's also allowed. Although you may end up waking up in the middle of the night, middle of the morning at this rate, and wondering why you're looking at some strange person who have decided to raid that you don't know. Could be good. Oh, Dave, there's been somewhat of a massacre. There's been quite a few deaths this evening. Quite a few deaths. Let's quickly line up another tranche of undead to kill. Oh, only Semornicat. Semornicat, the kangaroo doe partial skeleton. It's the only undead we have left on the surface, which is causing us any amount of trouble. So let's have a little look. United Chain. Squad, attack, kill, United Chain. Everybody get in there, please, if you wouldn't mind. Our military dwarves. Charge in with your adamantine armour and weapons and slash this bastard to bits. Although probably blunt weapons are going to work better. And I seem to remember the last time we tried to get everybody using their correct weapons, the hammer dwarves were like, oh, I can't find a silver hammer, when we just made loads of them. So, No, do not fall asleep in the bath. That's a bad thing. Oh, yeah, no, of course the bath is not available. Well, don't fall asleep in the shower either, especially not leaning with your head back, snoring, because you might fill your mouth up, and that'd be a bad sign. Take the military alert off so they can collect stuff while the military's still around. This sounds like an idea bordering on the edges of madness, but let's give your liminally sane ideas a little bit of a shake, Sal. Let's see how they work out. Military alert. Turn off the burrows. I'm just going to check the death count while we've got a chance. Let's go over to Dwarf Therapist. Let's have a look. We had 34 adults, 19 children, and 0 vulnerable babies. We now have 31, so 3 deaths. That's not the worst. We've had definitely worse outcomes. Definitely. They're still currently fighting. They're still trying to kill the partial kangaroo doe skeleton, but that's not the end of the world. Can I zoom to the squad? Center on selected squad, Z. Apparently not. Let's see if the fighting is actually underway. Excuse me, burping away. Oh, I do like this blue. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. The recruit scratches the kangaroo doe partial skeleton in the upper body, but the attack passes right through. Oh, heavens above. The force twists the right upper arm, blah blah blah. A tendon has been torn. The recruit punches the kangaroo doe partial skeleton in the head with her left hand, but the attack glances away. It seems like people are attempting to beat the thing to death with their bare hands, which I must admit does work well with the general Cryptbeards canon, but I'm not sure it's going to be the effective method they're hoping. Ideally, some of our people with adamantine swords and silver hammers would get in there and do some of the business, but apparently not. Righteous Boner having a good fight? Oh dear. Kangaroo doe partial skeleton kicks the recruit in the head with her right foot, but the attack is deflected by the recruit's adamantine helm. The force pulls the neck, tearing apart the fat and bruising the muscle, and tearing apart the upper spine's nervous tissue. A tendon in the upper spine has been torn. I think what we've basically got are a lot of highly armoured, paralysed proto-corpses lying around on the surface. This one undead seems to have been somewhat of our undoing. Just going to press F8. We have got a lot of dwarves flooding towards the surface. This has tragedy writ large all over it. The potential for trouble is very high. I'm seeing a lot of people coming back in carrying buckets. That's interesting. I don't know what they're trying to retrieve with the buckets. Oh, A save. A save. Yes, Dave. One of Sal's children has kicked the bucket, bought the farm, died. But the rest of them, they're doing okay. They're doing okay. It looks like our dreams of having a high priest called Let Us Pray are somewhat stunted. But hey, this is the land of stunted dreams. Is it? Is it? What is this stream the land of? Probably nothing that I would want it to be the land of. Probably the worst possible thing I could have asked is, how would you describe this? Lots of responses of things like, pretty shit actually, mediocre. Was that a height joke? What, while playing Dwarf Fortress? Heavens above, no way. How would I do a height joke? That's so rude. That's forbidden humour. Ah yes, height jokes, the forbidden humour. Boop, 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 boop. We're just going to wait for this save to finish and then we'll be able to get back in. It is the land of the triangle of trouble, that's true. The pink place, the brown place, and the dark place. The unholy trinity of things you should probably avoid on Twitch. The land of the pyramids. Wait a minute. No, I think that's either probably somewhere in South America or some like Egypt, right? If somebody says pyramids, the first thing you think is Egypt, right? It's not. Ah, yes, the scoundrel M stream, of course. Of course. Oh, bugger. The Werehair Dobar Guzlishnab has come. A large hare, twisted into humanoid form. It is crazed for blood and flesh. Its eyes glow spring green. Its black hair is long and straight. Now you will know why you fear the night. It's Usagi Yojimbo. I nearly said Urotsuki Doji, but that's an entirely different kettle of fish. This is awkward, isn't it? This isn't the best timing. Let me just have a quick look at where that little bad boy is hiding. If we go to others, there he is, the Werehair Uber Guzilaneb, and we'll zoom. Oh, fuck. Right outside the gates. Right outside the gates. Let's have a quick look at what our military are up to. Currently fighting the creatures. That's a problem. That's a problem. Well, the pink place, Dave, if you're thinking of tea bags, you're close, but you're probably thinking of the wrong kind of tea bags. This is the kind of tea bag you wouldn't want to pour boiling water on unless you've got some serious kink. Swiss chocolate? No. The pink place is talking about sexy stuff, rude, bits and bobs, stuff like that. The brown place is the scatological stuff, and the dark place is, bad stuff, sad stuff that you probably shouldn't talk about. Will there be a webcam in the future? One day. Either I'll fix the Logitech one I've got sitting here that's broken due to an over-wiggled wire, or I'll find another one. There was a Microsoft LifeCam thing that I'd been lent by someone else ages ago, but it's horribly non-compliant with Windows 10, so it can get it to work for a brief second, but it always freezes and it doesn't play nice with OBS, so it looks like I'm probably going to have to find a new one somewhere, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. For now, you'll just have to make do with my static images, and it seems to be working okay, right? Nobody's complained. Then again, a lot of the people here, if they're still here, would not even know the difference, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so what do we do about this sad, mad lad? I feel like this is the worst time for our first weird creature of the fortress to turn up. We're 26 odd years into the fortress's history, and this is when our first weird creature turns up. Let's get the squad in. I would like you to kill this weirbeast instead of the partial skeleton. If, and this is a big if, any of you can still actually walk. Do we close the gates? How are our lads? It looks like a couple of people have actually run in there. Let's have a look at the combat logs. See what's going on. The Werehair is fighting. 8 pages of combat. Holy shit. Unfortunately, I'm seeing the phrase dwarven child, which does not bode well for the mental health of the fortress. The mistake of tin burns. Okay, some of the weird converted undead on the surface, or necromancer experiments on the surface, actually had a little pop at it. But it doesn't look like they've done very well. It looks like they've had a bit of yeah, the Weirhair's done a number on them, torn them apart. Oh well, never mind. They were never truly part of our fortress anyway. They were just interlopers that decided to pretend they were friendly, so fuck them. Although there seems to be quite the history of combat going on here. Knocked unconscious, stunned again, mistakes of walk bottle, blah blah blah. Mistakes of walk bottle, still not getting to any of our dwarves. Oh, here we go. The Weirhair attacks the dwarven child, but he jumps away. The dwarven child attacks the Weirhair, but it jumps away. The Weirhair bites the dwarven child in the right lower arm, tearing the fat. Dobar Guzilanreb Weirhair. Death is all around us. I am not uneasy. The dwarven child misses the Weirhair. The Weirhair attacks the dwarven child, but he jumps away. The dwarven child misses the Weirhair. The Weirhair scratches the dwarven child in the right upper arm, tearing the fat and bruising the muscle. Dobar Guzilanreb Weirhair. Death. I am not uneasy. The dwarven child attacks the Weirhair, but blah 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 blah. The swords dwarf misses the Weirhair. The Weirhair bites the dwarven child in the left lower arm, tearing the muscle. The force twists the left elbow, tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone, and tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone. A ligament has been torn, and a tendon has been torn. The dwarven child punches the Weirhair in the left paw with his right hand, bruising the fat. But at least he got a hit back in. That's the main thing. The Weirhair charges the dwarven child. The Weirhair collides with, knocks over, blah blah blah. Yeah. The Weirhair throws the dwarven child by the first finger right hand with the Weirhair's left lower arm. The Weirhair releases the grip of the Weirhair's left lower arm from the dwarven child's first finger right hand. Okay, nice. The Weirhair locks the dwarven child's left ankle with the Weirhair's right lower leg. So we're seeing a lot of child troubling. It's not a good thing. The swords dwarf stabs the Weirhair in the right upper leg with her steel short sword, fracturing the bone. An artery has been opened by the attack and a tendon has been torn. The Weirhair falls over. The wrestler slashes the Weirhair in the left paw with her adamantine short sword, tearing apart the muscle. An artery has been opened by the attack, and many nerves have been severed. Okay, and the dwarven child has another little punch after being shaken around. Good. Wrestler stabs the wear thing. So we're getting some hits in. Definitely getting some hits in. It's not too bad. The swords dwarf stabs the Weirhair in the right lower leg with her steel short sword, tearing the muscle. An artery has been opened by the attack, and a motor nerve has been severed. Dobar Gushlala the Weirhair. I've been injured badly. This leaves me so shaken. The Weirhair releases the grip of the Weirhair's left hand on the dwarven child's lower left back teeth. Yikes, that's quite the grip. The wrestler scratches the Weirhair in the left eyelid, tearing the skin. Oh no, the left eyelid's all skin. That's a fatal wound to the eyelid. The force pulls the head, bruising the skin. The Weirhair bites the wrestler in the left hand, tearing the fat through the pigtail left mitten. The swords dwarf stabs the Weirhair in the left lower arm with her steel short sword, tearing apart the muscle. An artery has been opened by the attack, and a motor nerve has been severed. The dwarven child misses the Weirhair. Okay, so the Weirhair seems to have been taking significant wounds, but is it dead? Is it dead?
Is it dead?
It looks to be dead. Well, that's nice. That is nice, isn't it? It's lovely for the thing to be dead. Good. How many cheery bits for a new one? Oh, you mean bits? I don't fucking know how much webcams cost. To be fair, at the moment, because of all the COVID nonsense, the webcam prices are inflated, so I will probably wait until it all calms down, the prices become normal. But I've got no idea how much webcams cost at the moment. literally, the last one was a donation. someone went on my wish list on Amazon and bought it for me, and I don't think I've put one on there. So don't go get any crazy ideas, you mad lads. Cryptonym, hello, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. It's nearly impossible to survive the weir infection. It's not a good thing to have in your fortress. That's pretty well known here. Let me quickly come out of here. I'm going to pause the fortress. We'll go over to therapist. Excuse me. And I'm going to do a little refresh. We had 31 adults, 19 children, and 0 vulnerable babies. Do a quick read. We now have 30. Only one person has died from this onslaught. However, unfortunately, I'm seeing some names. I'm seeing some names in chat who have been infected because of my cheaty madness. Potato Salad, another one bites the dust. Sal, one of your kids, on the slab, and Sally Forth yourself. You too have been you've been weir infected. This is not good, because I can't put a child in a military squad, which makes it difficult to send them anywhere that they don't want to go under their own accord. This could be the end of the fortress. Here we were, full suits of artifact adamantine armour, abounding in the fortress, and this is how we end. An ignominious defeat. We attempt to go out and deal with a couple of unruly undead on the surface, get pretty much battered to death by a partial kangaroo skeleton, and then a weir rabbit turns up. Well, a weir hare. It's a little bit different. Death, the final embrace. It's true. If it's just down to the cable, then I can fix it for you. I'll find the break, cut and solder it. I mean, if you want to give it a go, I suppose I could, but sending a webcam to Scotland may be a little bit extravagant. I mean, I'm not against someone trying to fix it. It's, what kind of webcam is it? It's a Logitech, I think it's a C920, or maybe the one below that. I'm not entirely sure the particular brand, but I'm fairly certain what's happened is the cable has been wiggled to the point where it goes into the webcam. You don't want to see the hand gestures I'm doing here. They're very crude. And I think at that point, it's either come apart at the solder or something. It's difficult to say. Ura's Rune said, just had a giant punt a baby just a few seconds before my military arrived. Wow, that's not what you want. I mean, just to have the military crest the hill, assuming there's a hill in this scenario, to see the giant and then watch the baby sail overhead. I tried to do Getting Quieter, a little sound effect there. It didn't work, because apparently when I hit a high note, it's one volume or none. Confine the child to a special burrow. Oh, that's not the worst idea, that's true. Wall in the weir hare, says Plutonium Jesus. Sylvcrest says banish them. Welcome back to the stream, thanks for joining us. I think it's back. Pretty sure I've seen your name before. What happened to Dave V3? Fuck knows. To be honest, I think he was one of the initial tranche of people killed by the undead while I was talking about. What the hell was I talking about? There was something in chat and we were chatting. Well, it was before the food talk happened tonight. We were discussing something and then I looked over and realised that we'd gone from like 49 to 31 living dwarves, and it was a horrible mess. There's a lot of corpses round about, if we just go over to the fortress, there's a lot of corpses round about here, including the leader of our military, who was wearing, as I've belaboured, full artifact adamantine armour. It was, it was difficult. I've got a C920, had it forever, not a bad camera. True. One of the problems I have with my setup is I've got nowhere permanent for my computer to live. So when I'm not streaming, it sits at the end of the bed and we watch movies and stuff on it in bed. When I want to play games, I'll play it in there, or I'll move it like downstairs. At the moment, I'm in the dining room on the dining room table, but there's no fixed office space for my PC, so I'm constantly unplugging everything and plugging it back in, which does not do well for cables. The microphone's okay because it's like a cable that detaches at both ends, so you just unplug it from the microphone, you unplug it from the computer. That's fine. Usually when I've got things with cables that work like that, they don't tend to bust. It's when you've got a cable that plugs into your computer but goes into your thing. My pad's going as well. It's the second pad I've had, like a wired pad, and it's starting to fail. The webcam, what else have I had that's gone? Loads. Don't talk to me about fucking charging cables for iPhones. Oh, those bastards. Silvercrest says you can banish children. That's an interesting idea, although I feel like it sets the world at large off on a bit of a downward trend, right? Then again, the weird creatures are already out there. They must have come. Their widowed father leaves with them. That's true. That's true. The child who's been infected is actually part of a dynasty, a lineage. And honestly, do we want our bookkeeper going with them? Do we want them following the banished out? Or do we prefer the idea of walling them in? Or even, now hear me out, this is not necessarily a guaranteed thing. Even just abandoning the fortress and maybe having a little look at the new embark that's been lined up. Although I don't know if Sal's quite ready to hand that over. That won't happen tonight, actually. Having said that, it's fucking 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. here in the UK, and I really should be bringing my stream to an end. This is an awkward moment, because I can't guarantee that we will continue this fortress next time, unless somebody comes up with a crazy scheme to make the fortress go down in a blaze of glory. Although I feel like if we don't take immediate remedial action, weird creatures are going to be the default ending. Oh man, yeah, no, that's going to be horrible. Oh, it didn't get into your collection of electronics, did it, Dave? That would be the worst. No worries, Urazoon. No worries. Everybody send good vibes to Dave. He's had a leak. One of his bath taps went nuts, and it's basically fucked his house up. So send him all the love you can, all the love you can spare. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the question hanging. Those of you watching on YouTube, maybe there'll be another episode of this fortress. Maybe there won't. Maybe we'll be on Telier's fabulous embark next time. But I don't know. Can't guarantee anything. So what we're going to do is say to those of you watching on YouTube, goodbye. Maybe we'll see you again. I mean, we'll see you again in Mordor Fortress, but maybe not this one. Bye-bye.